Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu. Poverty is the biggest problem of Myanmar. Alon Beminglaba, Longiman Dima. This is one of the most important videos that I have recorded so far, and I really want to talk about this, and I want to talk about it in a way that is very honest. What do I mean by Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu? The more poor you are, the more you have to focus on survival, on what money you can get today, dine, in order to buy the rice that you're gonna put in your mouth. Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu. And if you need to focus a big amount of your efforts every single day to make a little bit of money in order to survive, in order to feed yourself, your family, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, then you have very little time in order to improve yourself, in order to get out of that hole, of that poverty that you're in. It's a very sad situation, but it's a reality of Myanmar and many other countries around Asia and the world in general. Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu. I was in Japan last month, and there you see this amazing developed country. Why do the Japanese are able to have companies like Sony and Canon? Because those companies have a smart population. They have better access to education, healthcare, transportation, infrastructure like buildings and roads and so many other things. Those things allow them to become professionals that can then go and work for companies like Canon or Sony. Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu. The people, the companies, and the country flourish. Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu. So people need to have a certain amount of wealth, a certain amount of money in the family in order to progress. Because if not, they're just stuck on survival mode. And it's very difficult to get out of there. Very difficult. Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu. My mother used to tell me that you cannot teach anything to anybody if they're hungry. This is where Mashiru goes into Matiru. If you have very little and you need to struggle to survive, then you have very little time, very little energy, very little focus to improve yourself, to learn. Poverty leads to ignorance. Matiru. Because if people don't know more, if people don't learn more, if people don't have a good education, then they cannot improve themselves. And the third part of this problem, Malobu. If you're poor, if you don't know that much, then you cannot do that much. You cannot get a better job. You cannot offer more to society. You end up as a simple worker in a factory or doing cleaning services or any of these things. Now, I am not criticizing people that work in factories that have basic jobs. It's okay, and I absolutely respect the people that do those services, and I thank them very much, Jesu de Mare, for doing those things for the rest of society. In my opinion, the people that work the basic jobs are the real heroes, but a lot of those people can offer more to society, are smart, are capable, they can get better jobs, they can be professionals. They are people that have the ability to think and to grow, but because of their poverty and their lack of education, Mashiru, Matiru, they cannot become a professional, they cannot do more in life. Malobu. Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu. And there is where we see all three parts, Mashiru, Matiru, Malobu, come together into this repeating pattern of poverty, ignorance, limited life. I'm sure that a lot of you guys know this. Maybe you have even lived it. And I talk about this because it breaks my heart to know that this is happening all over Southeast Asia and in Myanmar as well. I don't have the answer to solving these problems, but I only wish that people were more able to change their lives, to change their destiny. However, I think there is one way that some people may be able to change this pattern is by online learning. It's not easy because online learning is, for the most part, either free or very low cost. And that is a huge difference for a lot of people out there that are very poor. If you can take your phone for a few hours every night, even if you're tired, even if you're exhausted, you have a small chance, because this will allow some people the ability to learn without having to spend that much money that they need to survive every day, and the education and the knowledge that they need for a better future. Mashiru, Mativu, Malobu. Jesus de Mare.